Iversen. I'm the head of North America for Provar, and my focus historically has always been around automation, what it can bring to the environment, what it can bring to your organization, how you can actually get real value out of that. So, Provar, we are a Salesforce consultancy, originally founded by. We have offices around the globe, US, UK, India. We're very focused on Salesforce. We'll see it here in just a second. And we're also here very recently ISO 27001 certified. From a product perspective, we are designed around the end-to-end aspects, right? Designed to look at the entire overall flow of everything in your environment, from whether it's your community portal, your Salesforce system, your financial system, your HR system, databases, APIs, all of that is covered. We've got Salesforce enterprise expertise, and we also are designed specifically around Salesforce testing challenges. So what are some of those challenges? Just from a reliability standpoint, we've got a lot of issues just with field locators. From a complexity standpoint, just issues with visual force, consoles, communication, reusability, right? You have classic tests, you've got to deal with the lightning. There's a lot of challenges in trying to keep the ball rolling as things change consistently. So how we solve those? If you look at it, a lot of the tests and challenges with writing for Salesforce is due to the fact that there's a lot of changing dynamic values, a lot of variables. So we solve that by using Salesforce metadata to actually drive how we're locating objects on the screen. We're also very point and click driven, so it makes it very easy to get into and start using right off the bat. Very coupled with Salesforce, designed and aligned with their roadmap. So when a new release comes out, whether it's winter, spring, summer, we're right there ready to go on day one. So we know that there's more that goes along with your testing needs, right? It's not just Salesforce, it's also all of the other systems I mentioned earlier. So if you start to look at that, we know it's a bear, right? It's not the easiest thing in the world. And it's all over the map, right? You have a lot of disparate systems that are spread out across a lot of different areas, a lot of different fiefdoms, a lot of different barriers to entry. Provar lets you kind of build a flow of actions and steps together to really replicate the actions your users are taking to fully build out your end-to-end flow. So, got a DevOps platform? That happens all the time. You have to be able to integrate with that. So not only do we integrate with that, but we have a very, very diverse list of integration points along the way. So I'd like to hand it off now to Mala to kind of talk through how Splunk has handled it.
Thank you, John. Hello, everyone. My name is Mala Punyani, and I work for Splunk. So just to start, last year I joined Splunk, and we have a zero automation, zero QA process. So we started looking for automation tool, and last year Dreamforce, I first time met Provar, and we got a license around March. So from March to now, we had made a great journey for Provar, so I would like to share with you. Thank you. So what we have done so far, so we have created a data-driven framework using the Excel, and we are using Salesforce CPQ also. We are able to do end-to-end testing using the Provar automation, where we have used Excel to read and write the data. We used APIs to quicken up the opportunity and account creation. We also used bulk update using the API. So we have tried to utilize all the best features what Salesforce and Provar can combine together to produce the best automation tool for us. The other best thing about Provar, like when we were looking for the product, like which automation tool I should select for our company, my focus was automation tool for all, not only for the people who know Selenium or who know Java. I had a great team of manual tester, and I really want to use their caliber to using the Provar. So that was the best thing happened to us, that Provar was very easy to adopt and has a lot of great features which could implement it with the Salesforce integration, like batch API execution and metadata reading and all. So my current team is able to contribute towards the automation. My same manual team converted to the automation part of it. So we were able to utilize the same team, and we can use the same talent pool who were the SMEs for the product to build the automation. So when we talk about what we have built, so we actually have built end-to-end flow, which end-to-end flow starts with the Salesforce sales opportunity, goes to CPQ and come back to Salesforce back to complete the life cycle. We also use the batch ability to get the emails, verify the emails for licensing, which was very manually, and we have seen a lot of production issue where customers were not receiving those license emails. So we were able to even automate using the Provar. We also automated a PDF validation for order document where you create your order doc and you validate who is the bill to ship to, and most of our bugs were coming from order documents. So we are able to automate all those things. Plus, how would you know what you are executing monthly basis? So we have utilized Provar dashboard, which basically can run on any org and can distribute any kind of report for the test execution. So you don't need to come to QA or an automation person to ask, oh, what you guys are running, those whatever you are running, it goes to your Salesforce dashboard, which you can share with anyone, and anyone can go and look at it like how my test execution is running. So this, my next slide, shows the automation flow, how our automation is flowing from one system to other system. As John talked about it, the Provar is not only limited to Salesforce, we were also able to connect with NetSuite. We are able to connect with the websites where we are onboarding our partners. In NetSuite, we are processing our sales orders. So we do automation on Salesforce CPQ, Steel Break, full automation cycle works over there. Then it goes to NetSuite, approves the sales order, and come back to Salesforce seamlessly. Like you won't feel any difference that how it went from one platform to another platform, and which was really amazing for us. And once we have this flow built in, we were able to automate not many other flows very easily, because this is our basic Salesforce lifecycle where you basically create opportunity codes and process the sales order and create the license, entitlement, and contract. Apart from this flow, we have done a lot of automation regarding the leads and marketing prospective, which basically help us to understand what marketing rules are getting applied. We are even sending back the Excel file for the result prospective to read by the BSAs. So today, our automation is basically we are working together with our developers and BSAs together, and it is very easily adoptable by anyone without knowing any programming language. And I think that was our starting point, was like we want to have a tool which can be adopted by anyone without any language or skills barrier. So this next slide shows how much time effort, test effort we have been cut it down. So our one CPQ flow, which usually take 45 to 50 minutes to run manually, going system to system, has been cut down to 18 minutes. And when I'm saying 18 minutes, it's not a manual hours, like you just start the automation and you can go back and look the result sets back. So these are the different flows we have been automated. Apart from this, we have been integrated with Jenkins and Sauce Lab, where test results are running in Jenkins seamlessly, and in Sauce Labs too. So where you can run a test on a different environment and different browsers. So I would stop myself here, and I would invite Nicholas from LM Brand to continue his journey to his offer. Thank you. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Mala.
As well.
Hi, my name is Nicolai from LM Brand. We are a Danish insurance, banking, pension, and insurance class company. And each of these companies has its own banking system, and we reflect this into one of the sales solutions. We have quite a lot of complexity with the amount of customers and users, what they need to see and what should be able to see. We came from a world where we used Selenium prior to this, and using the Selenium way is that we do everything through the UI, and that was extremely time consuming for us both to develop and also maintain. And after we went from Classic to Lightning, we lost our entire test suite, so thousands of hours down the drain, and we couldn't use any of this. So after that, we made a note that we would try to make as little as our testing as possible in the user interface. So, and Provar is really winning for us to do that, because within each test case, we can switch between the API, the socket queries, and then to the user interface. So when we do test cases now, as you see on the right part here, you only do the part that you actually want to test within the user interface. This has enabled us to develop the test cases much faster because it's less time consuming to use the API level in this, and also the execution of each test case has improved roughly 3 to 12 times, and it's way more resilient to changes in the user interface because only a fraction of it is done in the user interface. You can see the hour spent on when you do manually testing while you're releasing has gone down dramatically. That's not really too surprising because we've automated our manual testing. If you look at the middle slide, you can see in the middle graph, you can see that the amount of reported errors and change requests by our users also very drastically down. And to our big surprise, if you look at the last one, when we looked into the numbers, we could see that the amount of hotfixes we put into our production environment also has more than halved. And we had a feeling of it, but it was only when we looked into the numbers that we could actually see it. So this means that we now can focus on delivering functionality to our users instead of fixing errors in our production. We have been running Provar now for 6 months, and our current setup is that we run on a GitLab pipeline where Provar executes within Docker containers. We have currently 150 test cases, and because we run it on Docker, we have been able to scale it out. So we run and execute 9 simultaneous instances. We can execute in less than 2 hours. Because it takes so little time, we actually run the full regression test every night to ensure that we have the shortest possible feedback loop for our developers. So each night, everything is tested, and we have feedback reports the next day. All our test cases is stored within GitLab, and that enables us to have multiple versions of the test cases. So each test case corresponds to a version of the functionality, and when we move functionality up through our environments, we move the corresponding test case up through our environments. So this way we can support different versions of functionality and test cases in our different environments. And also we do all our test cases in such a way that they are unaware of orgs and users that they test. So we can reuse them across both users and our orgs. And it has really improved for us the way that we do testing, and as you could see, the amount of errors as well.
Awesome. Thank you, guys. So one of the questions that I have for you guys after seeing all that, first of all, the graphs and like statistics, right? Anything that shows me that level of reduction in time spent or what you actually get out of it, or not having to go to production with a hotfix so quickly or as frequently, that's a huge win in any development environment, right? Anytime you can reduce your change and reduce your risk, that's a massive, massive win. But one of the questions that has been coming up more and more over the last couple of days specifically is, how long did it take you guys to really become effective and useful with Provar?
Yeah. So for us, we have started in March end, and within 3 months, we had a framework established, we have a reporting system established, we have a connectivity with different systems, including NetSuite, including web access. So we were able to build good amount of framework and from the scratch within 3 months, and with the existing resources. Like, I have converted my automation tester from the manual one, so it really helped me out to understand the feature, but Provar was very easily adoptable across the board.
Within the first 3 months as well for us, we had a testing framework up and running, and from there we just improved the number of test cases and improved our execution pipelines.
So it sounds like your resources have been able to transition pretty smoothly from whether they were automation people previously or manual testers to being able to use Provar within a short period of time.
Absolutely. And that really gave me a confidence. The same tester who was an SME for the feature are able to build an automation. So I had a full confidence that whatever they have been built, the quality-wise, assertion-wise, validation-wise, knowing the feature-wise, they have did the great job. Because I was worried if I keep the keep separate, and if I have only particular people are working on it, then I have to always look back and see, oh, do they know the feature, do they have implemented all the assertions, so that had been not challenged as using the code.
We had some technical testers already from some of the use cases to do some testing, and they were able to see kind of some keywords and improve the function.
Yeah, and that's exactly what we want to see, right? Whether it's somebody with a technical background or non-technical background, to be able to seamlessly transition between the two easily is such a huge thing. So I think that's all we have for today for you guys. But if you guys in the audience have any questions for Mala or Nicolai or myself, we can answer. I can just barely hear you, but I think the question, if I'm right, is correct me if I'm wrong, but is it what do you set up the test cases to do? So when you're creating the test cases, is it how much does it cover? What does it cover? Exactly. So you guys have a kind of a best practice that you use around that area?
Can you repeat the
So when you set up a new test case, do you have a kind of a best practice or a definition around what is included in a given test case or a given design?
So I do have created a best practice document. What we used to use it for, like normal automation, like what each step does. Are we commenting it good? Are we having the assertion done good? What are the assertion points we are using? Are we using the dynamic assertion values, or are we using static values, or are we reading from Excel, or how we are building it? Like if suppose the same step can be built by API, why can't we use API rather than we are using the UI? So we have built the guideline for it, and we have given to all the testers, so they know exactly which step needs to get it done and what it is review process. And we also have set up the code review process where once we have done the test cases, we basically send it to our peers to review it, and we do the demo in the end to the BSAs and developer to make sure the automation is giving exactly the same result what manual testing.
So it sounds like it's more driven by what the test cases that were defined up front contain.
Correct.
And you have the rules around how that's implemented.
Correct.
That sounds pretty.
We have quite similar approach, but we focus on a different area. So we tend actually not to do end-to-end testing because we want to focus to test our software that we deliver. And since we have so many other backend systems, in order to get hammer lines, it would be almost an impossible task to test everything. So we focus very much on testing our own software, and when we want to test the integrations or the entails, then we do that. We don't do tests that include everything. In this way, we are able to test it that often and with much greater result for our partners.
And that's a pretty standard thing where Provar is flexible enough that you can have a short number of test cases, where you can also have a very large number. Being able to modularize the test cases and string multiple ones together in a simple suite lets you do it pretty easily. So you can do either option. Cool. Any other questions? I appreciate it, guys. If you have any questions or want to know more, feel free to stop by our booth over here or over at the main expo hall at booth 10.
Thank you.
Thank you.